What advice would I have for other state bar associations if they were considering developing a document assembly program similar to our IowaDocs program? It's a great question, and frankly, I've been doing this so long that I fear that I might oversimplify it. But one of the first things that I think you have to do is you have to educate your staff, yourself, and your leadership as to what a document automation program can provide to your members. One of the biggest issues we run up against in assisting other state bars that have considered this is leadership is why do we need this? We already have our own templates and so on and so forth. Well, the question I have for is how can you not afford to look into a program of this nature? The templates that you have are Word templates or PDFs that people have. Fill in the blank, move on, do the next document, fill in the blank, so on and so forth. And that's one of the resistance we run up against too when we're pitching this to other members as well. Is I already have all these templates, yeah, but can they do this? And I think that's the key: is educating your members, your staff, and your leadership as to the benefit that this system provides. Obviously, if you're doing Word documents, you're typing in information multiple times from one Word document to the next. But with a document automation program, it creates a database of your previous answers, which then can be applied to any future documents for a particular client. It also allows you to build in some automation as to the firm information or the attorney information, so you're not redundantly typing that information each and every time. So I think the key is educating all parties as to what the value of such a system might bring. I think the next bit of advice that I can give you is the hardest part about creating a system of this nature is creating or obtaining the content. So I would suggest that you look within your organization. You have a variety of different practice manuals, a variety of different CLE events that have been hosted. If there's content within those documents, that's where you start. You've got forms that might have been produced in your probate manual, your real estate manual. Gather that information, get the leaders of those various sections to buy into what you're doing to help you update and modify and commit to updating and modifying those templates into the future. And then the next piece of advice is build your product for the masses. Obviously, you're going to have somebody who comes to you with some forms that are particular for their practice area or for their firm for that matter. And you got to stray away from doing that, because then they become too personalized to one firm or one individual. And I think you have to build your content, under the 80% rule, where they work for 80% of the people 80% of the time. The real beauty about document automation is you can add that other 20% into the document. Each individual can do that, or you can build those contingencies within the template. So you can overcome that 80%. But I think just in general, looking to build that for the 80% is a good rule of thumb. So those are some of the key factors that I think you need to consider if you're going to do this. This process isn't going to be easy, but it will be beneficial, both to the member and to the association. Obviously, the member will become more efficient in what they're doing. You'll be providing a greater service. As an association, it will help with member retention, but also it creates a non-dues revenue stream for you. Our experience here at the Iowa State Bar Association is our general practice attorneys throughout the state. And that would include most of our rural practice attorneys and who happen to represent about 60 to 70% of the Bar Association. Those folks, they see our product as the most important benefit that the Iowa State Bar Association has to offer. Therefore, each year when it comes dues renewal, they're the first ones to send their checks in, and they're the first ones to renew their subscription for the product. So, in short, those are the tips and tricks that I would consider if we were to be starting this process over again. Educate the staff, find content from within, and then build the content for the masses of your people.